I'm about to go lay down. I have to get off this thing to go on my. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna let Champ listen to some music. I'll holler at y'all in the meantime. Peace, love, and blessings. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I am Trill Will, LDBC or nothing, aka Trill Will Talks Politics, and welcome to another episode of the Trill from the Ground Up podcast, hosted by moi. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all already know 3 things I ask when I go live. What's the 3 things I ask? What's the 3 things I ask, ladies and gentlemen? 3 things I ask. Number 1, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and click that bell icon so that hopefully YouTube notifies you that I am live. That I'm live. So you can come and join in these old festivities. Number 2, make sure you smash that like button. Smashing the like button pushes this video into the algorithm so that more eyes that need to see it also can see it. And number 3, and most importantly, donate to the channel. Your donations are greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah, greatly appreciated. And I thank you all in advance. Who we got in the building already? Who we got in the building? My brother, Ratchet since 91, hoorah. Justin in the building, what's happening with it? My brother from another mother, Bearded Viking. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we spinning. Yeah, we spinning. We spinning. We spinning. Yes, indeed. My dog. You know what I'm talking about? That's my dog right there, for real. GL James in the building, what's happening with it, Brody? Pam, how are you, Queen? J Rome in the building. Miss Nina in the building. How you doing, lady? And my brother showing love early in the super chat with that 20-piece chicken nuggets. My brother from another. And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so. What? Austin 316 said, I just whipped your ass.
Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass.
What?
What? What?
What? You lonely piece of trash. Anyways, shout out to everybody in the building and all that good fun stuff. Now, on to the business of the day. Back on these good old Epstein fizzles. The pedophile chronicles, as I like to call them, because Jesus Christ, they out here looking bad. They're deposing right now. Currently, they're deposing Hillary and Bill Clinton in New York today, and it ain't going the way that MAGA thought it was going to go. Because there's a whole bunch of questions that's coming up now. Hillary Clinton is not even mentioned in the Epstein files, yet she's there having to testify. She can't control what her husband does. Right? But there she is. My question is, Where is Howard Licknuts? Where is he at? Why he ain't testifying? Why weren't Republicans at Les Wexner's deposition? Why weren't they there? He essentially financed, literally gave a house to Jeffrey Epstein. Why weren't Republicans concerned with that? Anybody? Don't all speak up at once now. Don't all speak up at once now. Don't all speak. Don't all speak up at once now. Because these files are fucking them up. Like big time. These files are fucking them up. Janet, how you doing, lady? Trill Will, attorney at law, gotta show y'all the evidence. Here's an email from the Epstein files that was sent out July 22nd of 2020. Who was president July 22nd, 2020? Who was? Donald Jackoff Trump. That's who it was. But anyways, this is from Ghislaine Maxwell's little sister. So y'all know. And Ghislaine Maxwell's little sister was also sexually assaulted by the Orange Mangus. Hello. My name is blank. Ghislaine is my older sister. The man in the photographs from the Navajo Nation was the code keeper, got the vault accessible only by a general on an island in Akale Beach, India. He has the keys to all the rooms of Epstein's videotapes. I filed a sexual harassment suit against him as a contractor for the FBI and a volunteer for the Global Canada Mounties in conjunction with the Mission Unknown Soldier, where I was left to complete an investigation with the accounting department. It seems that my pay and per diem had been taken from blank. She stole my royalty card and Royal Navy badge to pose as a nanny to Princess Beatrice. To even get that close in security to dancing with Prince Andrew, she needed ID. What she did not know was my call sign was Prince Andrew, because my first mission was to save lives in Canada, and Prince Andrew paid to leave human trafficking. I don't understand some of this stuff, but I'm reading it as it's wrote. I witnessed Gouffre slap Beatrice as an infant and abuse many kids. The Ottoman pic was from a house she rented in my name and would find teenagers who were having a baby and then take the baby to try to sell it to adoptive parents. The parents were sending money to her as she kept the babies and the moms locked up while she went to Vail and with Eric Trump and paid for a card with my credit card. As Trump was a government contact or over $25,000, I filed a complaint of sexual harassment on my behalf and the children they assaulted at Trump's in the back room where I was drugged and taped by them. My rape kit was Juliet Doe. Another one was Washington, D.C., and that was positive for Trump DNA too. Donald and Eric cornered me in a fitting room when I tried to save a woman from being raped. I was choked with their bare hands that both tested positive for low-grade fiberglass from a construction site they were getting paid from the government for high-grade material that they also wiped my genitalia with their hands. It also tested positive for cocaine. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Them motherfuckers up high on blow. No Money G, what's up, family? Let me finish. Ghislaine is my older sister and worked to save me from human trafficking and worked out the arrangements with Prince Andrew paying Epstein and me being out of foster care to study as a nanny. I have been on a long mission for the Veterans Administration Internal Affairs in the Attorney General for retaliation as a whistleblower for my harassment suit. And I think we ended the meeting with your ugly fat man offering me a job at Nellis after I finished the reserves as a consultant, and called me in his office to tell me to give him a blowjob as I had before to Marco Perez. The individual in your file seeking info with his tongue elongated, he would save up for months to use a Polaroid to take a picture of himself like paparazzi in front of his 11-year-old sister's genitalia, send other children in 1989, where he gave a DNA sample and was paid by Eric. Why do y'all think they're covering up so much? Roxanne. What's up, Kev? Why do y'all think he is, Donald Trump and this merry band of idiots are doing everything they can to stop these files from seeing the light of day? Oh, don't worry. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets far worse for Donald Trump. What do we have here? Another verbal confession from Donald Trump?
Do you think you could now be banging 24-year-olds?
Oh, absolutely. I have no trouble.
Would you do it?
I have no problem.
Yeah, do you have an age limit, or would you?
No, I have no age. I mean, I have an age. I don't want to be
the
like
upper bracket, yeah.
Foley with 12-year-olds.
Do you think you could now be banging 24-year-olds?
Oh, absolutely. I have no trouble.
Would you do it?
I have no problem.
Yeah, do you have an age limit, or would you?
No, I have no age. I mean, I have an age. I don't want to be
the
like
upper bracket, yeah.
Foley with 12-year-olds.
How much more evidence do I need to bring forth? More? Okay, I'll bring up more stuff. Okay, bet. Say no more. Say no more. Say no more. Say no more. First, I want to do this. I want to give context to this first. I want to give, where is it? Where's that video? Where is it? Where is it? Where is that video? Where is that video? Where is it? Where is that video? Don't worry, I'm gonna find it. Oh yes, I am going to find it. I'm going to find it because it's always a trail of evidence. There we go. There we are. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. That's what I need to see right there. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the deputy director at the DOJ lying his ass off.
Thank you. You said this is the end of the Epstein, of your review of the Epstein files. So just to clarify, is the public going to learn the identities of the men who abused the girls with the information that you're releasing? And if not, why not? And then I have a quick follow-up.
I mean, you just baked in an assumption into your question that I have never said and I don't know to be true. Is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
Well, I mean, they're the men who abused the young women through Epstein's.
Look, we said in July, and it remains as true today as it was in July, If we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women,
listen now,
we would prosecute them. Right? We talked about the work that we're doing. That's why I said that. I said this earlier. There's this built-in assumption that somehow there's this hidden tranche of information of men that we know about that we're covering up or that we're choosing not to prosecute. That is not the case. I don't know whether there are men out there that abuse these women.
Thank you.
Yes, hold on. Oh, hold on. Y'all, just hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Okay. Y'all heard what his lying ass said, right? DP Rocker, what it do? What it do, man? You know how I do. Yeah. Oh, Todd Blanche was saying something. That's what he said.
Berger. Lisa, you are all over this. What are you learning now?
Well, Anna, this morning I was looking to see whether the Department of Justice posted any new documents this morning regarding the alleged victim that we reported on yesterday. We thought maybe our reporting and that of NPR and an independent journalist named Roger Sullenberger might have changed what they were willing to post. I didn't find any new documents about the woman who accused both Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump of sexually assaulting her when she was 13 or 14 years old back in the 1980s. But what I did find absolutely stunned me, and that's a January 4th, 2026 memo from Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. I just want to situate the date for you and our viewers. December 19th was the congressionally mandated date for compliance with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. And yet on January 4th, Deputy Attorney General Blanche is writing a 9-page memo to people at the department who were charged with doing the first level review of documents for production. And one of the things that the Deputy Attorney General instructs them to do in this memo is once they determine that something is responsive to one of the 9 categories that Congress mandates they need files for, he says there are some types of documents that we want you to particularly flag or tag while you're going through them in the electronic database. And one of them is something called a 302. Barrett knows this well as a former federal prosecutor, but a 302 is the form that the FBI uses to memorialize interviews. That's the exact kind of document that we reported yesterday was missing with respect to this particular accuser.
That is so interesting. And now we have a response from the DOJ as they are facing more.
Pause that. Now what did he say? My brother, new Fat Boy Fitness in the building. What's happening with it, bro? What's happening with it, Brody, bro? Hope all is well with you, my guy. What's up with it, Shelton? What's good with it, Brody? Oh, boy. Todd Blanche, you fucking liar. Oversight Dems should stop misleading the public. You just lied. You want attention, huh? You toothless fucking wombat. You want attention, don't you? There you go. Y'all point and laugh at this fucking idiot, please. Thank you. Yeah. All right, now go ahead.
For more questions about where these missing files are, why they're missing, and in a nutshell, their response is nothing to see here, saying anything that's been removed is for redactions to protect victims and would be promptly restored. And, quote, all responsive documents have been produced unless a document falls within one of the following categories: duplicates, privileged, or part of an ongoing federal investigation. So the question I have, Lisa, is do we know what category these specific documents would fall in, if that's the reason given for withholdings? And did they address specifically these documents we're asking questions about?
No, they did not. And in fact, I think the statement that you're referring to talks about documents that are deleted. Here, what we are discovering doesn't lead us to believe that any documents were suddenly published and then deleted. I want to be really clear. We don't believe that they were ever published as part of the Epstein files to begin with. And as for the categories that you're talking about, there is nothing in an FBI interview memo that could be considered privileged. There's nothing in an FBI interview memo that could be considered a duplicate. When the Department of Justice is talking about duplicates, they're usually talking about email chains. The obligation is to produce the most full version of that chain and not the first version of the message. It's not cognizable to me why it is that they withheld these.
I got a question for MAGA people. Why do y'all live in a world of delusion and stupidity? I just want to know that. Why do y'all live in a constant world of projection, lying, and stupidity? Why do y'all do this? Why do y'all do this? I want this fucker to do it. Do it. There you go. Y'all report this fucking Pebble Man fag. Report him. Please report him. Report Pebbles Man, please. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all not gonna stop me from kicking this racist piece of shit's ass, though. You're not gonna stop shit here. Just so you know, Pebbles, you fucking clown. I bought a new toy just for you today. It's a new one, and it's beautiful too. It's beautiful. Y'all think y'all have so much power coming in my chat. Make sure every last one of you, all 52 of you, report this piece of shit. Report Pebbles_man 3857 right now. Report right now. Report. Don't just block. Don't just time out. Report. Because Google, YouTube, love censoring people in my chat, but they won't ever censor these pieces of shit that gets in my chat and type racist shit. Obviously, y'all ain't did your job yet. Do I need to take wrenches? Do I need to? Do I? Racism is not tolerated in this chat at all. At all. Racism is not tolerated in this chat at all. Not by a little bit, not by none. Period. Anybody who types anything racist like that piece of shit yesterday and this piece of shit today, report them. Because obviously YouTube don't give a fuck about racist Klansmen bringing they stinking powdery asses in here being fucking racist. Because in real life, they know I'd smack the shit out of them. Let's just tell the truth about it. These people only get on the internet and harass black people because they ain't shit in real life. They ain't shit. Ain't never been shit, ain't never gonna be shit. Trailer trash. That's who they are. You think that's gonna make me feel some type of way because you got in my chat writing nigger? Yeah, you gonna. That ain't the first time I heard that here. Oh, that's because he's blocked now, Shelton. I blocked him. What's up with it, John? See, I'm exposing pedophiles and people covering up pedophilia. These people are in here trying to get my attention because, you know. Yeah. Anyways, back to what I was doing.
You said that you would introduce articles of impeachment against Attorney General Pam Bondi. What is the evidence that you would point to that you believe demonstrates an impeachable offense?
Well, first of all, the subpoena that we were able to get and to secure back in July, they have been in contempt of that subpoena since August. And since then, we have, of course, the committee, of course, tried to hold the Clintons in contempt of the very same subpoena. Pam Bondi had an obligation to honorably produce all of the Epstein files in the DOJ's possession. And it is very clear that they have no intention of doing that. And they're attempting right now to pretend that they are exempted from releasing the rest of them because of the Epstein Transparency Act, but they're not. This subpoena goes much further, and they are still held to that legally. Also, she has been weaponizing the DOJ. This is not a partisan agency, right? This is supposed to be the agency that does our federal law. It is not an agency for Republicans. It's not the agency for the president who is in office. It is not their protection agency. They're supposed to get to the bottom of this. And she has made it clear, and Donald Trump has made it clear, that their only intention around the Epstein files is to maybe prosecute, investigate their political enemies, but not get to the bottom of this. And it's a disservice to the survivors, but it's also a disservice to every American right now who is looking to see if justice is even-handed, if they're looking to see if their government will come through, irrespective of who is on the other end of the investigation.
My God today. My God today. My God today. Oh. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh. Oh. Well, now. Ooh. This is a 302 form. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Benny Loco. Ooh. Ooh. Back to this stupid ass comment. Y'all point and laugh at dumbasses like this, please. America is fed up with democratic corruption. Who's in charge right now, ladies and gentlemen? Who's in charge right now? Are the Democrats in charge? What majority do the Democrats have in the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court, in the executive branch? Odd question, huh? So how is it Democrat corruption?
You said that you
when it's Republicans running it.
You would introduce.
We just don't like Dems. And you like pedophiles, though. It must be hard to be this stupid. It must be really hard to be this dumb. It must be really, really hard to be this stupid. It must be hard being this fucking dumb. We just don't like Dems. But you like pedophiles. You like grifters and self-dealers and corrupt pieces of shit who lie all the time and are habitual liars. And they love the company of little kids all of a sudden. They've been loving the company of little kids. It's just been exposed on a main scale. Hey, Mahari, that's smart for the domestic party, the domestic terrorist party too. They know better. Because you know what happens when they snap that filibuster? They're going to be fucked come midterms. They know better. They see the writing on the wall. The Republicans know they're dead. Yeah, I want to go back to this stupid ass comment real quick. So, I don't even know how to say your name. Pep Pianstit, whatever, however the fuck you say your name. So tell me what about Republicans that's so great? Maul Clampett, tell me what about Republicans that's so fucking wonderful. You know, their ability to protect pedophiles or Their ability to steal from elderly and babies and kids and shit and give it to rich people and then tell you to be mad at immigrants and shit when they have no control over the money. Or their ability to do absolutely nothing when the president of the United States is violating the law every time you look at him. So tell me what part about Republicans is so fucking great. Oh, how about the part where they sink every fucking good running economy? Is that the one right there? Or is it just the fact that they let you be openly racist and bigoted, huh? They let you partake in your mean-spiritedness while you hide behind a Bible and a cross that you don't believe in. Because, yeah, you people are fundamentally fucking bankrupt when it comes to morality. You're fundamentally bankrupt. You're fundamentally bankrupt when it comes to having any kind of sense of purpose or any kind of sense of doing good to other people. You don't care about nobody else. The only people you care about is yourself. The only people you give a fuck about is you. Just the only thing you give. You're just like Trump. You don't care about the well-being of these babies. You don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You don't care. Because I'm over here exposing these pedophiles, but y'all want to talk about everything under the sun but the fucking pedophiles. Like your Lord and Savior, Donald Jerk-Off Trump. Yep, T-Smoke, they be eating people too. Cannibalism, yes. Let's read this 302 form, shall we? Together. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we read it? This was sent August 3rd, my brother's birthday, by the way. 2020. I am just wanting to reconnect to the original detective that called me and I offered information about this. How is contact known? He was orchestrating a deal along with my uncle where different men and a few women and girls would come to a variety of boats and yachts to pay money to force me to do blank with them when I was 13 and pregnant. Witness information. Donald Trump, 70, 9 years ago. Additional info. Again, just trying to find out the NYPD detective on the FBI sex trafficking task force that called me a couple of weeks ago and spoke to me about these issues. He participated regularly in paying money to force me to blank with him, and he was present when my uncle murdered my newborn child and disposed of the body in Lake Michigan. What? Let me say this one more time. I keep having to remind these fucking circle jerks, these fucking goofballs. I have to constantly remind y'all. I do not give 1 ounce of a flying fuck if they're Democrat, Republican, Green Party, Blue Party, Yellow Party. I don't give a flying fuck. If you violated a little kid, a baby, in any way, shape, form, or fashion, to the wood chipper foot first into a lake of fire for you. I don't give a fuck what party they're on. These are old white men who took sexual liberties to a whole bunch of underprivileged white girls. And y'all ain't mad about it. And y'all literally are sitting here trying to make excuses and make this shit like it's some partisan issue. When at the end of the day, the key issue in these files are old, decrepit, stank-ass, small dick white men. Y'all have a problem, supple leopard. Y'all have a fucking problem. And you need to have the conversation with your people about your problem with molesting little kids. You need to have a conversation with your people. I'm talking about the white community in the United States. Y'all need to have a conversation with your people about this pedophilia epidemic that we got running through this country that's been going on since America has ever been started. Because all of this shit right here already happened to slaves. This shit has already happened to slaves. There's nothing new under the sun Every ounce of this shit in these Epstein files have been going on for decades before Epstein was even thought about. They already done this shit. They were raping men, they were raping women, they were raping children. They didn't give a flying fuck because they didn't view black people as human beings. John Thistlewood recorded over 3,825 incidents of him raping black girls and boys. He called it nutmegging. Look at T-Smoke. You really try to. Where the black people in the Epstein files then, sir? Where are the black people in the Epstein files? Because y'all always trying to bring black people in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with us. Where they at? Oh, Will, it was Jay-Z. Well, what context do you have, sir? Most of Donald Trump's cabinets in the Epstein files. You want to keep going? Hey, it's blacks too. It's the black. No, it's not. No, it ain't. It ain't us. It's you. This ain't a so-called DEI problem. I like how y'all always try to just scoop black people over there to this realm of fucking bullshit that y'all love to tie yourselves up in. Because when you go through statistics and data and you actually look at data in America, you go back to y'all's favorite table 43 from the FBI crime statistics list in 2019 that y'all love to quote, like Charlie Big Gums Little Teeth love to do it. Y'all, please help little Tink Tink. Please help him. Please help him. Please help him. T-Smoke want black people to be, he want black people to be so this, so that, so bad, yo. Look at this fucking dumbass right here. I love how your chat asks you to be respectful and you can't even practice what you're asking for yourself. Typical ignorant behavior. You know what I'm gonna tell you? You can go fuck yourselves in the lower parts of hell, Cash for Cornbread. You can go right on down there with Charlie Kirk and Jeffrey Epstein and go fuck both of them. Then you can go to the lowest parts of hell all the way down till you can't see no human possible. It's just you and the demons that you love to hang on to. And you can fuck yourself some more. Because I legitimately don't give a fuck about your opinion. No, it's black folks, it's black people as well. No, the fuck it ain't. We just gonna act like R. Kelly don't exist. And you're gonna pretend like you don't see Trump right there. And Epstein. And Howard Lutnick. And Les Wexner. You're gonna act like you don't see this plethora of white men right now in the news that are getting caught up in CSAM, sexual assaults, rape of babies under the age of 12 years old. Y'all are just gonna pretend, y'all gonna keep trying to make excuses and point fingers. Oh, it's the blacks. It's the blacks. It's the blacks. You gotta worry about the blacks. Well, no, the fuck I don't. It's you. It's you, motherfuckers. Always been y'all. Chosen one. How you doing, Queen? Julie, how are you? Y'all always want to do that shit. Y'all always, like I said, accountability to y'all is if you don't want white people to talk about something that they always in black folks' business. If you don't want white people to talk about something that brings them to an account. Talk about some accountability shit. Talk about that. Talk about that. But you won't. You won't. You will not. You will not. Y'all can't even hold Donald Trump accountable. His name's listed in the Epstein files over 1 million times. Over 1 million times. And you can't even bring yourself to hold this piece of shit accountable for nothing. But you got plenty of smoke for me for calling it out, though. And y'all keep trying to make up. You're going to pretend like Epstein and them weren't hunting niggers, huh? You hold on. Matter of fact, don't worry. Don't you worry. You hold that thought right there. You hold that right there. Hold that right there. Hold that right there. Hold that thought right there. Hold that thought. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Me don't worry about it. Me don't worry about it. Me don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, dog. Don't worry about it. Because you know I got receipts. So let me go down here and find my receipts. Shall I? Because again, like I said, I don't ever make a claim or say something without providing evidence, do I? And anybody who's been here, they know I'm not a man to come up here and make accusations without even showing any kind of fucking receipts, you bitch ass niggas. So you're gonna act like Epstein and say, guess what? They're niggers. Let me remove this comment so y'all can see. So you gonna pretend like that don't exist though? Yeah, come on, talk to me. These are from the Epstein files. Come on, talk to me. We're hunting niggers. Snipe hunt is over. Moon crickets in field bag. January 1st. Cool. No, don't run now. Come back and tell me how black people have anything to do with this racist piece of shit pedophile right here. Look at these fucking morons, dog. I'll tell you what, come hunt me. I got a 38 special with your name on it. I just bought it today too. It's beautiful. I want you to try to hunt me living life. I want you to try to hunt me. Make it a weekend thing so I can put your fucking memory on a tree. Y'all love coming on the internet bothering black people when they ain't studying your stupid ass. Y'all love coming on here with that stupid shit. Y'all love it. Y'all see it. Y'all, just so y'all know, for public record, if I so happen to put this bitch ass nigga in a box, y'all see why I did it. Because apparently he don't see nothing wrong with killing black people. You know, like I told y'all, I don't trust some of you motherfuckers. I don't at all. And that right there is the reason why. We have every reason not to. Because motherfuckers like this in y'all's community, white people, still live and breathe, and y'all don't check them at all. You don't. A majority of y'all do not check these motherfuckers at all. Because he's okay with hunting black people. He's fine with it. My life means nothing to him. So in turn, in my head, your life means nothing to me. So we're on even grounds now. So when I put a hole big enough to where I can walk through it, through your fucking chest cavity, just know I don't give a fuck about your family, your kids. I don't give a fuck about none of that. But YouTube allows these motherfuckers in our spaces every time to harass us. But I'm worried about race though, right? It's what they always come in here and say. What's up, RB? Detroit, my brother, what's up, family? Cali, what's up, Brody? You see these people? Oh, these blacks are in the files too. How can blacks be in the file with a man who hates black people? How is it possible that this man had the company of black people he could not fucking stand? Yeah, look, the one thing the internet's taught me about these racist pieces of shit on this internet, they're a bunch of bitches in real life. They're real life fucking whores. Like I said, I got a 38 special with your name on it. I just bought it. What do I do with the box? Hold on. Everybody got a plan till they get hit by a Taurus. Nice old box it came in. It's in the safe already. Yes, RB snub nose. They backed up. Sheldon, hold on, bro. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm finna send you a link, bro. I'm about to send you a link. They've been fucking with you for a minute, bro. Yeah, I have my concealed carry permit too. Just so you know. I always got something on me. I always do. Never leave home without it. But anyways, they love trying to throw black people in the middle of this bullshit that we ain't got nothing to do with. Just like Charlie Kirk getting knocked off. Nah, that's just in case you want to get on, bro. Because they keep blocking your fucking comments. I'd rather you just say it out loud anyway. So, anywho, so why is it so impossible for you to bring these white people to fucking account? What is so hard about bringing these people to an account? Why can't you do that? Why does it always got to bring us in conversations that we're not welcome in the first place? We're not welcome in this shit at all. At all. This has nothing to do with black people. This has nothing to do with black people at all. This is y'all. This is you, white America. This is your problem. This is what y'all need to fix. But you know, no, you're constantly in the face of black people. You're constantly in the face of black people. Constantly. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. My God, today. Where's the picture? Hold on, I got something for you. Now, back to what the fuck I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. Anybody care to explain this then, since you think y'all don't have a pandemic of messing with little kids? Anybody? 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 %95 of these pictures are white men. There's only one mixed brother in there, Wilbert Havers. He's mixed. Anybody want to talk about it? Anybody? Yep, Shelton, exactly. They don't want to talk about that, do they? It's in that bag, Key. It's in the bag. Huh? It better be. Yeah. Keep pointing fingers. Keep pointing fingers. Keep pointing fingers. Sheesh. Nasty work. Keep pointing fingers. Every time. They never, ever want to take accountability for what the fuck they do. It's always black folks. It's always us. They gotta throw us in some shit every fucking time. Every time. Because they do not care. They do not care. Okay. Since they want to bring race into it some more, let's do it.
Now, this picture was posted by the Department of Education, and it says, "Make education great again." And it is a picture of white students in a pre-1950s segregated school with their hand over their heart, pledging allegiance to the flag. Do you see it? Now, many will say this is posted for rage bait, and we should not feed into rage bait, but I want you all to pay attention to everything that is being posted and said from this regime, because they are showing you exactly what they want and what they think America should look like. This is a picture of 6-year-old Ruby Bridges, who is still alive today, may I add, being escorted by U.S. Marshals because she was the first Black student in this school in New Orleans. It was not that long ago, you all. I want you to understand that, okay? You had grown adults and teenagers yelling, spitting, hurling slurs at a child for integrating a school. And those same people with a straight face will ask us, why do you all have HBCUs? Honey, we have them because Black people wanted higher education, but was systematically denied it. I need you all to understand that. This has not gone anywhere. It is still happening today. And while there are a lot of Black people that feel that segregation is best for us, I just want to point out the fact that it is not equitable. It is not equal because Black schools do not receive the same funding as white schools. We have seen this time and time again. Right. So while we would love to sit in a safe classroom full of just us, we know that the funding will not come. And if it does, guess what they'll do? Burn it down. Now this...
Exactly. Like they done every other time. So, yeah. Yeah. What a coon brigade at? I just want to show them this. Yeah, ta, 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 ta. Oh, guess what? Poland is gearing themselves up to they're gearing themselves up to start arresting pedophiles in Poland. So y'all know. Hold on, let me find the video. No, okay, I'll show you another example about black people minding their own fucking business.
This is a screenshot from my very good friend Lydia that was in her notifications on her phone. I have made it a point to not curse on my page, but seriously, Google, what the fuck? We're tired. This is the worst Black History Month I have ever experienced in my entire life.
Facts.
This is shameful.
They don't give a fuck though. They do not care. Read it. Underlined in red. Read it. This is black fatigue. This is real black fatigue. Every time we look up, every time we just minding our fucking business, staying out the motherfucking way. We can't stay out the way. We can't do nothing. We can't do shit. We can't do nothing. I wonder, is it gonna let me pull this picture, this video? No, it's not gonna let me pull it. They probably deleted it. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Why don't they let me see these videos now? That's weird. Oh, wow. They deleted it. Okay, I can use this one. I can use this one. Okay.
After the sit-ins began, opposition in the white communities of the South solidified. Those few whites who sympathized publicly with the sit-ins soon found themselves to be prime targets. One of these was a young divinity student in Nashville, Wilson Yates.
There were the crowds shouting, "Niggers go home," and then there were the Negro students who were carrying posters asking for equal opportunity.
They're starting to wear all black clothing. They're wearing afros. They're throwing their fists in the air. They're saying black power. They're starting to lean into this idea that, like, no, you actually have to fight for your civil rights. You can't just sit there and take a fire hose to the face, because they're not going to give it to you, even though you're entitled to it. You have to start demanding it. And maybe you have to start asserting your American rights in order to be seen and treated fairly. Keep in mind that America has never really seen black people to stick up for themselves. So these images of black people that are now suddenly, it's like they have a chip on their shoulder, like they're entitled to things that they don't deserve. And now they think that they're just strong and high and mighty, but these images are becoming intimidating to mainstream America. So these events of black people becoming a bit more assertive is starting to push mainstream America to adopt more conservative political ideologies. That this idea around giving black people fairness and equality when they appear to be threatening to the status quo is a little concerning. What people are starting to see is that perhaps this is reflective of like growing lawlessness. Any kind of protest, that's just crime now. And this is where crime becomes synonymous with black people. And so right now, there's this exploration of where is this coming from? How is it that black people are suddenly feeling like they're just entitled to like do these things in the streets, to like assert their rights and to be militant and wear these afro?
How dare you blacks ask to be treated like human beings? How dare you? How dare you blacks? You demand, how dare y'all demand to be treated like fucking humans? How dare you? You're just a victim. How dare you? Don't worry. Oh, don't you worry. I got something for your ass. I don't even know if this thing is still in here. Oh, yes, it is too. Meanwhile, y'all pull up a chair real quick.
Meanwhile, in Muhlenberg, Kentucky, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, who cares? Meanwhile, in Kentucky, we have old Alan Osborne here being arrested. Now, why is Alan hanging his head in shame, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you. One night, a trucker is driving along, minding his own business. When over on the side of the road, he notices an odd sight. There's a dead deer, and next to the dead deer is Alan Osborne, with his pants down. And as you probably guessed by now, old Alan was giving that deer the business, dicking that deer down. L is for the wave. Anywho, the trucker proceeds to call the police. When the police arrive, they notice that Alan is covered head to toe in deer hair. They proceed to arrest him, take him to the station, and because of the unusual circumstances, they check his nether region. And in doing so, they find that Alan's dickumus minimus is covered in deer hair. O is for the only one you see. Meanwhile, in Muhlenberg.
Oh, this is for the ones who want to come in here and talk about black people being disgusting, right? Like that fucking clown that came in here and said hunting black people was a good thing. This dude fucked a deer that was dead. And he enjoyed himself. Let me say that for the ones in the back. This dude was literally fucking a deer. A dead deer. He was fucking a dead deer. He was giving the deer the business. Like he was in a 80s porno movie. But black people though. Again, I say, y'all got too much shit to clean up in your own house than you do to worry about us.
Did you?
No, Lamont, I'm telling you, motherfuckers that swear to God, oh, it's the blacks. Oh, it's the blacks. The blacks. Oh, the blacks. Black this, black that, black this, black that, black this. Oh, black people this, black. The ones who are screaming that shit the most, quite literally, are the same ones who come out here and they swear to
Did
God.
you know that black voters?
They swear to God it's the black people that are doing that shit. They swear on everything. Oh, it's the blacks. Oh, it's you guys. Y'all need to worry about this. You blacks. See, you blacks. It's the blacks, man. Come on, bro. It's the blacks, bro. It's the blacks, bro. It's the blacks, bro. It's the blacks. I'm trying to find this video about how they recruit coons. They actually have a team.
I'd like to see a white person make a compilation just like this. Kyle Basinga, he was found hanging from a tree just this month, 2026. Javante Jamal Schubert Helton was found February of 2024 hanging from a tree. Twin brothers Quadir and Nazir Lewis, they were found in a murder-suicide. Trey Reed was found September of last year hanging from a tree on Delta State University property. Javon Givens was found in October of 2025 hanging from a tree in New Mexico. Davion McGee was found in September of 2024 in North Carolina with a rope around his neck and dead. In September of 2025, Yo-Yo Lubrin was also found hanging from a tree. There was a black man that was found in June of 2025 in Albany hanging from a tree, and they still haven't identified this man. Tory Medley was found hanging from a tree in Wisconsin back in November of 2025. And Steven Stiles was found back in 2021. So this isn't just starting to happen. It's been happening. These are just some. Black people don't hang themselves from trees. I'd like to see a white...
Those same ones come in here trying to tell me as a black man. As a black man. While I see these black men and black women being lynched in 2025, 2024, and 2026, that we somehow are the most violent. I just seen a man get shot in the head 3 times while a dog was mauling him and 2 police officers were on top of him. And they say they were threatened, they were fearing for their lives. They're not going to face any kind of prosecution. Daquan Johnson in Grand Rapids, Michigan. There's a lot of things about black people. But one thing about black people, we don't hang ourselves from trees, homie. We don't hang ourselves from trees, buddy. Use a goddamn lie. None of those people that was listed in that video hung themselves. That's why I say I walk around with a 38 special. Let me show you just how they get white people indoctrinated though. Let me show y'all. Y'all remember good old Jelly Roll? Y'all remember Jelly Roll? Oh, Jelly Roll's a stand-up guy. He's a Christian mind. Yeah, he's a Christian mind. He's a Christian mind. Good. Keep that in your memory warehouse.
How did Jeffrey Epstein happen? Much work and help. Just like Jeffrey Epstein, Ryan Upchurch has Jelly Roll and his wife to handle.
Jelly Roll has infiltrated country music in the same way that Christian nationalism has infiltrated Christianity. In fact, Jelly Roll knew that he could pander to a certain demographic of people by exploiting their faith and their brokenness.
First of all, Jesus, I hear you not listening, Lord. I'm listening, Lord. Second of all, I want to thank my beautiful wife. I would never change my life. I was going to end up jail. I killed myself. If it wasn't for you and Jesus. I thank you for that. I thank you for my labor. Broken boat. Country radio, baby. What's up, y'all? Republic time to do it again, baby. There was a time in my life, y'all, I was broken. That's why I wrote this album. I didn't think I had a chance, y'all. There were days that I thought the darkest thing, I was a horrible human. There was a moment in my life that all I had was a Bible, this big, and a radio the same size, and a 6x8 foot cell. And I believe that those 2 things could change my life. I believe that music had the power to change my life.
Oh, don't worry, Shelton. We're going to get to that.
Jesus is for everybody. Jesus is not old. I want whatever party. Jesus is not old. I know music late. Jesus is Jesus. And anybody can have a relationship with him. I love you, Lord.
Good, brother. What's happening with it?
And for those of you who know the backstory of Jelly Roll, you know that he started out in the hip hop world with his cornrows and gold teeth.
This boy right here.
That's Haystack.
Junior, you know what I'm saying? They know him in the streets, Jelly Roll.
fast stacks, he'll tell you a whole new asshole on their freestyle to my soul. You know, this is the future right there. This is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? This is the future right there. I probably won't be here to see it, so you know what I'm saying? Lex gonna have to coach him up. Rap don't work for me. I can get a bird for cheap. I know you heard of me. Come on, he's murder, and I will chop your ass up like it's a cheeseburger. Jelly, I'ma live it up. Jelly, I'ma live it up. I tried to draw my dick on a piece of paper, but the paper wasn't big enough, so give it up. Homie, you ain't talking.
And I'm sure you have a better understanding of why he didn't make it in hip hop just listening to that little clip. Not to mention, you can't just piss on black people and tell them that what doesn't come out in the wash always comes out in the rinse. Now, that person that you saw Jelly Roll with is Haystack. Haystack was part of a white boy group, a gang. They called themselves the Crazy White Boys. And Jelly Roll integrated into that group and created albums called Gambling on a White Boy, volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. He often featured Haystack on those albums. In case you didn't know, Haystack's real name was Jason Winfrey. He had a documented history of legal issues involving charges of sexual nature and domestic assault. 2004 charge, Haystack was charged with statutory rape. But I digress. Let's pivot away from the PDFs and get back on topic.
Emotional damage.
Cornrows and gold teeth hip hop persona didn't sell. He knew he had to go to plan B. Let the beautiful bean footage roll.
We're calling it Operation Infiltration. We're going to take over. We're going to get a building down. We're going to take over that street. Quiet and humble. We're going to beat them from the inside out, not the outside in. We're going to come in and take over this fucking guy. I'm fixing to go in and fuck country. This is going to be a problem. It is BMI #1 country record radio party. Sit up there and talk like we're talking right now. Calling motherfuckers, drinking, smoking, acting exactly how you act. In the lobby of BMI, got a catch. The real ones are here, moron. Be different than you. Like, y'all, we finally got one of us there. Y'all hadn't changed. Send me that screenshot. Then my wife did that bitch in the ass, though. My wife is a fucking savage gangster bitch that sold pussy, dude. She will.
You heard Jelly Roll say exactly what he was going to do. He knew he could not do that in hip hop. He knew that he could not strong arm rob black folks in the culture in hip hop. But he did know that he could prey on some poor white country folks out there in the country. I'm just a country boy trying to survive.
More than a beer when you ain't 21. Boy, baby, it's a beautiful day to be a country boy on this Tuesday right here. Live on Netflix, baby.
But not only did he say that he was going to infiltrate country music and rob them blind, which he did.
Yep.
And he did it with mediocre vocals at best, probably less than mediocre vocals, by selling a broken man story in Jesus. Rather than being talented, which he would have needed in hip hop, he played on the emotions and the Christian faith of poor white folks in the MAGA movement. Then he tells you his wife, his Ghislaine Maxwell, is a gangster savage B who sold P. We're gonna wreck country music and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. And the end result is always the same. I'm just so humble. Thank you, Jesus. While laughing all the way to the bank. Then when people confront him about all of his behavior, it's, I'm just a dumb redneck. I don't know anything.
Here's my opinion, man. You know, I'm a dumb redneck. I haven't watched enough. I didn't have a phone for 18 months. I've had one for 4 months and don't have social media.
How did Jeffrey Epstein happen?
Hmm. Hmm. Kid Croc did that shit. Chanel West Coast did that shit. Vanilla Ice did that shit. They all use the same playbook. You were sorry, mediocre, trash as a try to be a hip hop artist in the black sector where it requires lyricism, punches, the use of great verbiage and emotion and cadence and the whole nine. Like my brother Shelton, he can rap. He might tell you he can't rap, but my brother Shelton can rap. He can rap his ass off. This mediocre piece of shit Jelly Roll, though, I've never been a fan. I've never been a fan. Yep, Post Malone, he's the same. It's the same playbook. The only white person that was actually a lyricist that came from the white side of town that can actually spit worth a damn is Eminem. And he too stole, cosplayed, and culture vultured his way to the top too. Let's just be honest and keep it a whole bean though. Let's keep it a whole bean, Holmes. Let's keep it a whole stack. Eminem is the only white rapper that I can think of that can rap. His verse on Renegade with Jay-Z, shit, classic. Never been the same to say what's on my mind at any given time of day. I'm just a renegade. Yeah. His verse on Dead Wrong with Biggie Smalls, dope. Paul Wall is another one. But you got a whole genre. Forgiato Crow, that piece of fat shit who think he's the fat version of Rick Ross that's in MAGA burger rap now. Shall I continue? Like I said, it's time for y'all to have conversations within your own community before you come over here talking to me. Cause all the white man got to do is tell you he loves Jesus. Oh, Jesus brought me up from nothing. Oh, I was about to kill myself. Oh, then I found God. And then God gave me this. And then why. And then boom, seemingly overnight, y'all are in love with him. Oh, he don't do no wrong. He's a good white man. He's very good. Oh yeah, Jelly Roll, he's my guy, man. He's good, man. He's great. He's great. They try so hard to be somebody that they hate. We love Trump over here. Go back over there where the fuck he at then, because he ain't over in this bitch. We fucking hate that bitch ass nigga over here. You in the wrong spot, homie. Take your bitch ass the fuck over there where the pedophile protectors and fucking goofball bootlickers are. It's not over here. Ain't no damn we over here. Take your goofy ass over there where them fucking bootlickers at. Yeah, John, exactly. My point. My point. Anyways, now for somebody who got some intelligence.
I gotta ask you, he said that the State of the Union is strong. Do you agree?
Absolutely not. Let me tell you, Aaron, I've been traveling our country, and in particular, I've been spending a lot of time in the South. Let me tell you, I was recently in Mississippi. I went grocery shopping with a mother of 3 children who has a weekly family food budget for the 4 of them of $150. We were at a discount grocery store, and she basically let me know that anything that was in the cart was going to be for her kids. I asked her, well, what is for you? And she said, whatever they don't eat, and this is when she started actually tearing up, whatever they don't eat, then she'll eat. She walked over to get bottled water because she can't drink tap water because the water is brown and toxic. This is America. I met with a parent of children. She is documented. Her children were born in the United States. And she is petrified and was telling me about women in her community who are not going to the hospital to give birth for fear of what might happen to them and their child. She also told me how her health insurance was previously $30 a month has gone up to $85 a month, and she's probably not going to receive health care unless it's in the emergency room. This is America. And so when this guy is up there talking about the economy is roaring and, you know, trying to evoke images, I guess, of the roaring 20s of a day gone by, he's lying.
Right.
Who's it roaring for? When you put a $1 trillion cut to Medicaid, you know what Medicaid funds? Families with children, pregnant women, seniors, people with disabilities. A $1 trillion cut to Medicaid. Meanwhile, a $1 trillion tax cut for the richest people in America. That's what's happening in our country right now. So, you know, there was entertainment value to what he did, but in terms of any substantive value to the people of America, I'd say it was lacking in every way.
We could have had this beautiful, intelligent, and wonderful black queen be the president of the fucking United States. We could have had, and shout out to WJ Luckett in the super chat. Salute to you, Brody. And he said, with that 5-piece, said Michael Jackson, a true hero, used Neverland Ranch to protect children from the PDF files. That is a fucking fact. And they lied on that man. They lied on that black king, the real king of pop, the man who sold fucking coliseums without even blinking, the man who can make people fall out just for the sheer excitement of him being in the same place as them. Michael fucking Jackson. That man, one of my heroes. I used to try to dance like Michael Jackson when I was a kid. Me and my brothers and be out there trying to moonwalk and shit. We could have had this black woman, this highly educated black woman, as the president of the United States. But the sexist, bigoted, racist piles of dog shit, the 77 million of you fucking retards that voted against this woman right here, fuck every last one of you motherfuckers. Every fucking one of you 77 million fucking dumbass cucks who voted for this stupid pile of shit we got now. Matter of fact, I'll let iHip News tell you how I feel.
I've had it with white people that triple trumped. Yeah. That have the nerve and the audacity to walk into a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, go to perhaps their gay hairdresser. I don't think you should be able to enjoy anything but Cracker Barrel. And if you want to triple Trump and you want to browbeat DEI and you want to browbeat gay people and you want to browbeat black people as you've been doing for 400 years, and you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants that come over here and open up businesses earnestly, pay their taxes. You want to demonize them and call them rapists and felons and all this shit when the felon is the teeny weeny mushroom cock piece of shit, Kankles McTaco tits at the top of the ticket. I have fucking had it from top to bottom. White people that triple Trump should be banned, boycotted from enjoying the best thing that America has to offer, which is multiculturalism. Get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant. Get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel, because nobody wants to see your fucking smug ass, teeny weeny, pink arm, big gut around. Nobody wants to see that shit. No one.
Crazy work. Crazy work.
All oppression is connected. All roads lead back to patriarchy and bigotry being wrong. The same reason Europe's entire history can be summed up in one group of people attacking another group of people because they're slightly different than them. The same reason people of color were enslaved for over 500 years. The same reason Native people were eradicated all across the world. The same reason the Holocaust happened to Jewish people. It's also ironically the same reason the blue and white country is now being the oppressors of the Palestinian people, when they were the ones being oppressed by most of the world before. It's all connected, and this realization will come when you finally figure out that if there's ever a situation where a bad thing is happening to so-and-so and you find it justified because of X or Y difference, I can assure you that you're wrong. If you ever find yourself making excuses for, oh, well, this bad thing that I wouldn't want happening to me is justified for somebody else, No, it isn't. Bad things that you don't want done to you are not justified because somebody else is different. And I shouldn't have to explain this because I know everyone has learned the golden rule as a child. Is it wrong to put people in concentration camps? Yes. Is there ever an exception? No. Is it okay for the government to harm innocent people? No. Is there ever an exception? No. It really is that simple. And I'm tired of pretending that it's not. If you ever think it's okay for anyone to harm an innocent person, you're wrong. And if you disagree, I'd like to see how you feel if you found yourself in the shoes of another. Thank you all so much for watching, and I appreciate your face. All oppression is connected. All roads lead back to...
Mm-hmm. 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 So, what did Donald Trump and his raggedy, stinking ass administration do after this bullshit the state of delusion speech? What did they do? Oh, they did this.
So we're announcing today that we have decided to temporarily halt certain amounts of Medicaid funding that are going to the state of Minnesota in order to ensure that the state of Minnesota takes its obligations seriously to be good stewards of the American people's tax money. Now, what is this going to mean? What this means is that, first of all, the providers on the ground in Minnesota have actually already been paid. The state has paid those providers the money. What we're doing is we are stopping the federal payments that will go to the state government until the state government takes its obligations seriously to stop the fraud that's being perpetrated against the American tax. So
you're gonna stop fraud while not stopping the fraud in the fucking White House, taking away health care from babies because y'all don't give a fuck. But then you'll have these stupid motherfuckers come in here talking about, oh, the Democrats, they're corrupt. Oh, the Democrats, the Democrat Party, don't get me wrong, is a lot of things. But this, they're not this. They're definitely not this. I can't think of a time in my lifetime where Democrats did this shit. Can y'all name a time in American history where Democrats did this shit? Again, y'all need to have conversations with yourselves. Y'all want to know what happened here? Don't worry, I'll tell you. This right here is Cole Carini. He's 23 at the time. This is in 2020. June 2nd, 2020. He went to a local medical center with serious injuries to his body and surprisingly missing one of his fucking hands. When local authorities asked him about the reason behind the serious injuries, he lied that he had an accident with his lawnmower. Due to the severity of the injuries, the FBI entered the case. The FBI soon discovered that he was making a bomb for a surprise attack on a group of women he described as hot cheerleaders. While making the bomb, it somehow exploded and blew off his fucking hand, causing serious injuries to his body. Y'all need to have conversations with y'allselves. Y'all don't need to worry about black folks no more. Y'all need to worry about yourselves. Stay the fuck out of black folk business. Worry about y'all. 50 Cent getting his comeuppance right now. He's getting his comeuppance right now.
This is really turning into something that it really shouldn't have, and this is about to get real nasty. It really is. 50 Cent.
So 50 Cent started thinking he can bully T.I., his wife, and his son. See, but the thing is, y'all don't see the big play in front of y'all. The big play is black people are, in their heads, easily distractible. We can distract these niggas with some bullshit that ain't even important. Nobody really gives a fuck about, but y'all need to be worried and focus on this shit. Focus on 50 Cent bullying black people. I just have one question. When is 50 Cent bullied a white man? Don't worry, I'll wait. And until you can answer that question, then we can talk. Then we can talk. Meanwhile, the Coons and Sambos were out here doing shit like this, and they're doing the same thing to Jasmine Crockett right now. Let's listen.
I don't give a fuck what y'all say. If Feeny goes out her way to continuously attack black elected officials and lie on their goddamn records. And I don't know what the hell is going on with this lady, but she is so quick to Sambo for assaulting.
Jasmine Crockett is a spoiler.
How the hell is Jasmine Crockett a fucking spoiler when she's sitting on the federal level as a congresswoman where Donald Trump was so damn concerned that he called Greg Abbott to redraw the maps in Texas to draw her out of her fucking district? And since you want to talk about motherfucking spoilers, sis, how about you talk about how you voted for the fucking spoiler in 2024 when you voted for Jill Stein?
Well. That middle of the road, centrist establishment politic is not popular.
First off, you need to fix them motherfucking teeth in your mouth. That's what you need to worry about doing. You getting your coon ass on the internet trying to appease these fucking racist piles of shit sun dodgers is not gonna work, baby.
And you cannot black girl magic it into popularity.
You can't black girl magic them fucking teeth in order either, can you?
Talk about this middle of the road fucking centrist. Where the hell is this centrist at? Because last time I checked, Jasmine Crockett supports Medicare for all. Last time I checked, she used her advocacy, her platform, and her position on the oversight to try to get Liam out of a fucking detention center. She actually supports defunding ICE. She is the only candidate actually running off of an agenda for the disabled communities.
She's supporting the genocide for the love of the game. She doesn't even take AIPAC donations. At least that's from what we can tell publicly.
Jasmine Crockett was one of the people who actually signed off on the letter to Joe Biden by Representative Jayapal saying that Israel ain't getting no more motherfucking weapons because they're committing war crimes.
On top of that, she went on national television to defend Stacey Plaskett. Stacey Plaskett was texting with Jeffrey Epstein after it was found that he was a convicted sex offender.
First of all, Stacey Plaskett didn't even do anything motherfucking wrong. Her job as a prosecutor is to prosecute the damn case and interrogate. During the 2019 hearing with Michael Cohen as he was testifying against Donald Trump, it was Stacey Pulaski's job to find out where the fucking bones were buried. Meaning, she had to speak to a fucking informant, regardless if that motherfucker was a pedo or not. Ma'am, you need to watch Law and Order because you're out of order. I don't know why the fuck you don't think that prosecutors don't talk to murderers, killers, and fucking drug dealers. It's their job.
Now, I've heard that James Talarico has taken donations from Muriel Adelson way back in the day.
Way back in the day? Girl, what are you talking about? This was yesterday. This was only in 2024. He changed that quick? I changed my mind. I've been telling y'all all this time, do not trust these people with these septic piercings. Okay, when you see this, say not interested. But you want to know what's more interesting about Miss Septic Piercing? Because this isn't Feeney's first offense. This isn't the first time she weaponized her black womanhood to go after another black woman like Jasmine Crockett. She first lied on Kamala Harris back in 2024, saying that she locked up black people for simple marijuana possession. We know it's a motherfucking lie. But she took it a step further, lying for Donald Trump, saying that black people support him because of the First Step Act, knowing damn well Donald Trump didn't do anything to get black people out of motherfucking prison.
Thank you.
Only incarcerated folks, black folks, support Trump because he
look at these
passed
FBA
the
Sambos.
CARES Act. I know niggas right now that's walking around
Look at these Sambo soldiers.
40 years in prison.
Getting in line. Get in line, nigga.
Because of the CARES Act.
Get in line, nigga.
So, you're right. Oh, First Step Act, my bad.
Let's pull the fucking receipts of Feeney since you don't fucking have none. First of all, the First Step Act was actually co-sponsored by Hakeem Jeffries. He worked on it in the House. When it went to the Senate, it did not have the final provision that was going to limit or reduce sentencing. It was Cory Booker who actually added that provision. It was Democrats, but yet you want to talk about Republican op, but yet you giving Donald Trump credit. You lying on Jasmine Crockett like you lied on Kamala Harris, like you continually lie for your white friends. I don't give a fuck if you black, blue, green, or purple. You will never, ever, 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 ever lie on our black women elected officials. Ever. And I'm screaming yes, because I'm like Tyra Banks. You know, she said she want her legacy to be ice cream. Ice cream too.
The real legacy, I want it to be ice cream. I really do.
I don't give a fuck what y'all say. If Feeny goes out her way to continuously attack black elected officials and lie on their goddamn records. And I don't know what the hell is going on with this lady, but she is so quick to Sambo for assaulting.
Jasmine Crockett is a spoiler.
How the hell is Jasmine?
Y'all see? They had all these Sambo soldiers and racists and goofballs out here parroting talking points and shit, trying to tear down Kamala Harris, and now they're doing the same thing to Jasmine Crockett. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Nothing has changed. Hey, Lisas. I know Benny told me earlier. They lie all the time. Historically, they have lied. They continue to lie. They're going to lie some more, and lie some more, and lie again, and lie some more. Because what else do they have to do? Oh, y'all got to see this. This is funny.
You going to jail because that lady is me. Girl, you going to jail. Said you going to jail tonight. That lady's going to jail.
Damn.
You're going to jail tonight. That lady's going to jail.
Going to jail tonight.
That lady's going to jail. You're going to jail tonight. Lady, stop resisting arrest. Get your butt up out of here. She got me impressed. Girl, you going to jail. You gotta confess. I'm the brother on the mic that's really been blessed. And you know I got stress. Girl, you going to jail. That lady going to jail tonight. That lady's going to jail. So she's going to jail tonight. Talking about the shorty resisting arrest. And she on the corner, dog, got us all impressed. Shout out to my homie here, girl. I need that video that you made. Yes, you in the black, and I do it all day. I don't play no games, and I'm hot like flame. On the microphone, you know what better do this, man. Shout out to the white lady, cause she going to jail. Everybody laughing, guess what? You going to hell. Better quit that, man, I get that. I gotta spit that. On the microphone, you know what brother gotta get that. And shout out to the shorty and the white and the black. Sidebar, white lady, girl, that booty is fat. Girl, you going to jail. Said you going to jail tonight. That lady going to jail. Said she going to jail tonight. That lady going to jail. Said she going to jail tonight, girl. That lady go. Hey, shorty in the black, and homie in the bag. Right here. Send me that video. Come here real quick. You too, in the burgundy. Come here real quick. I need you to send me that.
That man made a whole song about that woman going to jail. You going to jail tonight? That shit was funny. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. Yeah, that's funny. That was funny. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. You're going to jail. Going to jail tonight. I said you're going to jail. Ooh-wee.
I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these oft-forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker.
That's a fucking
We
lie,
will
too.
match your contribution with up to $1,000 each.
You're gonna get to work on that, huh? That's funny because that's already passed. Yeah, that plan is already passed and it's set to go into effect in 2027. And you're going to take credit for it. Even though over 100 Republicans voted against it and it was passed under the Biden administration. Yeah. Maybe that's why Elizabeth Warren had that. Did you see that look on her face? Like, what's happening? Just another thing that they lie about because they can, because they know that you don't know. Yeah. Thanks.
Verity, I'm announcing that next year.
My God, today. That damn Dinkster be up here lying to y'all. And y'all be like, Donald Trump is so great. He's a great president. He's so good. No, he's not. No, did not. Nope. I want y'all to look at this and y'all tell me, do y'all hear something similar?
I hate all white people. White people are rotten, and black people are just like them. Because you've made them just exactly like you. They walk like you, they talk like you, everything they do is like you. They want to feed you so much. They love your woman more than you do. They know your mind better than you. They wear your clothes. They even learn to wear your shoes. You take them out of the jungle and you want to make them into a man. Why couldn't they be left to be God? Why you want to make them into a man? In the jungle, they were God. Africans are smart, aren't they? Over here, everybody thinks the old black people are just dumb old colored folks. But they're not dumb old colored folks. They're very smart. They're very aware. And their capacity for fear is 3 times what yours is. They're very smart, they're very aware, and the capacity for fear is 3 times what yours is. I hate all white people.
I love this comment right here. Y'all sitting up here listening to a whole demon. Demons can dress up words to make you think what they're saying sounds good. And I'm not calling him a demon, but what is speaking through him ain't him. We wasn't in no freaking jungle and we are no gods. Black people literally taught white folk how to bath, how to be sanitary, and stop sleeping with and next to animals. This demon is feeding into self-worship. Stop listening to him. She was absolutely correct in that. I got conversations to have, homie. Real deep conversations that's going to be painful and it's going to be tough and it's going to cause some anger. It's going to cause some resentment, but they need to fucking happen, and they need to happen now before it's too late. Because this ain't going to just go away. Even with Donald Trump getting kicked out of the White House, it's not going away. Yep, deport Melania stinking ass. Oh, they were definitely bestiality, bro. It definitely a white thing. They still doing it. You must have did. You were soul sick, Steeler. You must not have been here when I played the video of the dude that got caught fucking a dead deer. Were you? In Kentucky.
You had the audacity to bring yourself to the stadium. Like, people wanted to see the guy that hangs out with child pedophiles. You fucking dweeb ass bitch. Let's talk about how you're supposed to be in prison. Your face is hanging up in Epstein's dentist room, but suppose you guys had no ties. You thought he was disgusting, even though you brought your kids to the island of a known sexual child pedophile. Your clear ties to 9/11. See, before you flew under the radar and all Larry Silverstein, but then we found out that you had an office building at the top floor as well. And just so happens, you didn't go to work that day. You decided to bring your kids the one day of the year and then never again. Now, I want you to think, if you were the person that barely got away with your life and your entire company of employees that you supposedly cared about were killed, how you would react when the president brings up that day.
Literally watched the plane go into the building, into the World Trade Center. Amazing story. That alone is an amazing story. He was delayed because his wife insisted that he finally, after years, take his child to school. So he took his child to school that one day.
Audacity to laugh off the deadliest day in American history for most of our lives here on the internet. So let's bring up Larry and Howard. How do they both know each other? Well, they both worked in the Twin Towers. Both of their wives supposedly said, hey, honey, you have something else to do on this morning of 9/11. Every other day, go back to normal. But today, you shouldn't go. You have to go to a doctor's appointment. You have to bring the kids to school. Then boom goes the tower. The biggest terrorist insurance fraud paid out in history. And then he got all the insurance money from every single one of his employees. He was supposed to give that money to the families. We don't know if that actually went to them. This is what I mean when I say we're in an occupied country. 5 dancing Israelis, this image is supposed to immediately pop up and not through the Jewish Chronicle. But what do they call it immediately? Conspiracy theory. But why is it conspiracy theory when we know these 5 were caught on camera and footage that we have never been able to see because it somehow got erased, recording and dancing and celebrating as the Twin Towers were burning. So immediately the cops pull out the cut like Neosporin, arrest them in a moving van. And the first thing that they say is, we're with you guys. We're on the same exact team. We have the same enemy. And the cops are like, wait, we don't even know who hit the towers or what the fuck happened. So what are you talking about? Are then arrested and immediately extradited to where you already know our greatest ally and have never been seen again. And as you can see, when you search it up, they try to memory hole you like it never even fucking happened. Yep. Then when they search their moving company, everything gone, computers included. There's the Otago tie that no one seems to talk about, which is an Israeli AIM service, basically, who messaged 2 workers 2 hours before the Twin Tower attack on September 11th, predicting the attack was going to happen. So that's just a coincidence. We have 5 people dancing, recording. We have people sending AIM messages to people that work at the Twin Towers to not go there. We have 2 people that own companies that decide not to show up so they can collect the insurance. But all of this is just coincidence. Take it one step further. Then we have the put options into United and American Airlines. The only 2 airlines that had 99th percentile trade put options on the days leading up to September 11th. And what planes were attacked? United Airlines, American Airlines. What happened when they opened up an investigation? They said, oh, we were just trying to put puts down on the entire airline industry. Then why did you pick the 2 airlines that got hijacked? This was never looked into again because our FBI is, what I'm sorry to see, complicit. Howard and Jeffrey were neighbors for 21 years straight. And who are these 2 buildings bought by / owned by? Les Wexner. Sold to both of them through deeds of like $10, which doesn't really make any sense. For 20 years, these 2 dynamic Mephistophelian duos lived next to each other. And as we know and can now confirm, Epstein, Mossad asset, aka their 007, that was fucking kids, and Howard Lutnick, they was down like stocking caps and waves. Now, when you look into the files, the year 2000 to 2001, basically all redacted / gone. And you're telling me these 2 never had a conversation about it? This is not a real image, but I basically want you to grasp what the United States looks like right now. We have a fake puppet. We have his confirmed handler. We have the billionaires behind him. We have Howard Lutnick that's always been in the know. We have Stephen Miller, who is just basically punk-made ass bitch who has went into hiding and hardly talks anymore. This all comes full circle when you realize that we're an Israeli first country at the end of the day. And so how does 9/11 tie into all this? Well, because they're the ones that pulled it off, because they wanted us to go to war with Iraq, Afghanistan, so they could destabilize the Middle East and then form a what? Greater Israel, which has been their goal since day one, because they think they were promised that 3,800 years ago. And so how do we disband this? I'm honestly not too sure. We are completely occupied, and Epstein was puppeteering all his bullshit through blackmail. But I want people to know, tick, 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 Howard. I'm on to you, you little bitch. despicable excuse for a human being.
Yeah. Sheesh. Had some crazy work. Howard Lutton walking around smiling and grinning, ain't he? This guy right here has grown on me. He's grown on me a lot.
But black people and Latinos commit a majority of the crimes. It says it in the statistics. Black people rob, steal, and kill, and Hispanics murder, rape, and steal as well. Listen, no disrespect to white people, porque hay de todo, but this video is a diss to white America. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. Since they are the ones saying bullshit like this, right? Since you want to say this logic, right? I think you're flat out wrong. Despite making up only 28% of the USA population, there is literal FBI data that white men are 55% of kidnappers, 56% of rapists, 58% of mass shooters, 59% of child porn arrests, 62% of statutory rapists, pedophilia, 63% of prostitution solicitors, 68% of 1934 NFA offenders, and 75% of incest perpetrators. It would not surprise me if these percentages were higher too. But you want to sit up here and call black people and Hispanics the savages? Yeah, okay. Also, what was the majority ethnicity on Epstein's island? Because I can tell you right now, I didn't see a single Latino on that island. Not one. What was the majority ethnicity on that island? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh, okay then. White America controls the media. Of course they would flip the narrative and say some stupid ass shit like that. Of course they would flip the narrative and say that everything they do is what we do. Pure narcissism projection. You're not gonna do us how y'all did Michael Jackson. And I don't want to feed into the division tactic with this video and say that all white people are racist and evil, because that's just not true. Sorry, it's not. But I gotta call out bullshit when I see it. Don't project onto us what you guys commit behind closed doors. But
yeah, that's my whole message right there. That's my whole message. Don't try to project what you're doing onto everybody else, because you are too afraid to hold your own people accountable. Back to the pedophile in question, though. Back to him. Back to him. Don't worry.
There have been many suspicious deaths surrounding Epstein and his entire network, including his own, if you actually believe he's dead. But today I want to focus on 3 specific women. 3 brave women who told the truth, told the world what was happening with these sick, satanic cannibals and what they were doing to children, and in my opinion, paid the ultimate price for it. One of Epstein's most famous whistleblowers, Virginia Giuffre. It was reported that Virginia took her own life on April 25th, 2025. Why it's suspicious? She publicly stated on multiple occasions that she was not, and if something ever happened to her, to investigate it further. She named princes, politicians, very powerful men, even wrote a book about it. She had tons of media presence, and just weeks before her passing, Virginia stated she was in a hospital bed from a car accident involving a school bus. She showed pictures of her face and body from the damage, but it was later revealed that the car accident was extremely minor, there were no major injuries, and everybody walked away just fine. Even her own father stated somebody got to her. Carolyn Andriano. Now, Carolyn actually testified against Ghislaine Maxwell, and her testimony weighed heavy in securing Maxwell's conviction. Carolyn was found unresponsive in a Florida hotel room on May 23rd, 2024. She was 36 years old. Her cause of death? An accidental drug overdose. Why it's suspicious? Carolyn had no past history of addiction, and if you mix timing with her testimony, this clearly deserves further investigation. Gabriela Rico Jimenez, a Mexican model who went missing in 2009. She went missing one day after this video of her emerged and has never been seen again since 2009.
They call her crazy.
That is heartbreaking because everything that she said 16 years ago is now being validated and proven to be true. These were survivors who risked their lives to tell the world the truth and hopefully protect future children from this. They were mocked, disbelieved, threatened, ignored. We don't have to believe every theory, but when there's hundreds of people saying the same thing over and over and there's a clear pattern, we as people have a responsibility because the people in power, they're not going to protect. They're the perpetrators. I want to hear from you guys. Did these women just pass away from something that maybe they did to themselves? Or do you-
I believe that when I believe that those black men and those black women hung themselves in those fucking trees. I'll believe that then. I'll believe that those 3 young women who testified against this pedophile cabal unalived themselves. The same time I would believe black people walked into a wooded area and decided they wanted to hang themselves.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Okay. Before I show this video, I talked about him yesterday, Daquan Johnson from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I talked about him. I want y'all to look at this. This is a trigger warning. Just so y'all know, I'm warning y'all now. This is a trigger warning. You're gonna see police and a dog mauling this black man and police shooting him while claiming that, oh, he had a gun.
Why did they do my nephew like that?
Not resist.
He never resisted.
3, 2, 1, play.
Look, there's a dog on him. His hands are behind his back. And the dog sat there and mauled him.
Let's see if there's millions raised for him. Let's see if there's performative dance done for him. Let's see if there is protest in the street for him. Shot in the back of the head, arms behind his back, and they're straddling him. This is the reality for Black people in the United States every single day. This is why I always talk about any interaction with law enforcement could be the last thing we do on earth. It's why I talk about if I have the opportunity to run, I will run. Because it doesn't matter if we comply. There will be some excuse as to why we deserve to be murdered. Some excuse as to why we deserve to get shot. On our stomachs, with them on our backs, with our hands behind our back, in the back of the head. No, he did something. You're just not, what's the context? The things people have, seen coming from Israel, what they've been doing to the Palestinian people, right? People have acted like, oh my God, these atrocities, this is so new. I've never seen anything like this before. This is what they've been doing to Black people for hundreds of years at this point. They've been doing that to Black people since the 1600s, the 1600s. That's how long they've been doing this to us. It's nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun.
Why did they do my nephew like that?
Not resist.
He never resisted.
3, 2, 1, play.
1, 2, 3. Now, do y'all understand now? Do y'all understand now? Do y'all understand now? Do y'all understand now? Do you understand now? Now do you see why we ain't outside? Because this is what happens. Y'all want to know the lead up to this? According to the police report, there was a report about a black man on a bicycle. That's all they had. Never committed any crime, wasn't guilty of anything. Michigan is an open carry state. This man had a firearm on him for protection. Of course he did. They stalked that man, just like their ancestors used to. And when they got their hands on him, they tied his hands up behind his back, then falsified some information lying about them finding a gun that he was openly carrying. He had no way of getting to that gun unless he was an octopus with 8 arms. And we all know in reality that's not true. Doesn't even matter though, because he's black and he's not human, according to some of you fucking racist. So they shot that man in the face 3 fucking times. In concession, 1, 2, 3. Then let the dog just have a heyday ripping the fucking flesh off this man. And he ain't even cold yet. But you want to know something wild though? There's some fucking sun dodger out there that will make a fucking excuse for that black man being murdered. I guarantee you, I can literally go into this comment section and look. I guarantee you, I am going to find some fucking white person in this comment section that's going to make an excuse for these fucking police officers who fucking killed this man for no fucking reason. That dog needs a bullet in his ass, and those police officers need to be thrown in prison for the rest of their lives and their pensions stolen from them and given to the family who they robbed the life of for no fucking reason. This was a fucking lynching, just like they've lynched the bodies of Hayes Turner, Mary Turner, just like they lynched every other black person you can think of, just like they lynched them. And they made postcards bragging about it. The police officers that we know of today started as slave catchers, you know, putting these old niggers back in their place. How dare you be free? How dare you deny us our white right to free labor and money and profiting off of it without giving you shit? How dare you question the fucking treaty that we gave y'all, promising y'all 40 acres and a mule? How dare you look for accountability? How dare you? How dare you motherfuckers think you can vote? How dare you think you're smart? How dare you think you can read? How dare you think you want an education? How dare you want to just coexist in a space being left the fuck alone? How dare you think that you are a human anyway? How dare you, niggers? How dare you? How dare you? The only sin black people ever committed in this country was wanting to be free. That is the only sin we ever committed in this raggedy ass country. How dare you black people, the one who gets demonized every time you look in the media, every time you get on social media, every single time, it's the same ones. And they don't look like me. It's the same ones. Always lying, always projecting, always saying it's the blacks. It's you. It's you blacks. You blacks are the reason. It's your fault. It's your fault, black people. It's your fault. Big Snoop, what's up, Brody? It's your fault, black people. It's your fault. You're violent. You're this, you're that. They don't ever talk about what they do to us. I just watched Daquan Johnson get murdered. And I've seen that video a few times. Oh! And every time I've seen it, I got the same reaction. I can quite literally pull up more other people. I can pull up more other people than just Daquan Johnson. Keith Porter's name is not even mentioned anymore. But you still hear Renee Good and Alex Preddy, though. You ain't heard none of these motherfuckers out here screaming to the rafters of how it was wrong that a fucking ICE piece of shit who ain't even a police officer. Let's get that straight first. They're not even police officers. With 47 days of training, was authorized to murder a United States citizen. That ain't the only thing that's happened. I'm gonna let y'all into the black experience. Free my grandma. Salute to you, family. I'm gonna let y'all into the black experience. Since y'all think black people just be making shit up, we want to be fucking victims all the time. You explain when another time this ever happened to anybody else.
John Davidson called 4 black people a nigger yesterday at the BAFTAs. The BAFTAs then intentionally edited their program and left this moment in. So when black people tell you about our experience with racism, you should shut up and listen. This is a phrase that we have been saying to white people for the last century. And this BAFTA situation with John Davidson and Tourette's has been very eye-opening. My comment section on my last video was a slew of white people telling me that I need to educate myself on Tourette's. It's not that big of a deal. You guys don't know what you're talking about. And I say to you, you are some of the most delusional people known to man. When black people are explaining to you our very valid feelings of racism, disrespect, and stripping us away from our dignity and humaneness, you should listen. One person who has a condition, who lives with a condition that is Tourette's, that is very real, doesn't get to gain his dignity at the cost of 2 other black men. Hannah Beekler, who was a set production designer on Sinners, let us know that he used that word more than once. He said it 3 different times to 4 different black people. Worst part about this is that all of you are ignoring the feelings of the black people and saying, oh, you just have to accept it because this man has Tourette's. I said in my last video, you can't control the tics. You can't control having a disorder, but he should definitely apologize. And we're not asking for him to apologize because of his disability that he lives with, because he can't control that. He needs to apologize for the harm that his actions caused on national TV. Secondly, the BAFTAs intentionally left this moment on air. It was filmed with a 2-hour delay. They edited out a part of a speech that said Free Palestine and talked about politics, but they intentionally left this in. So once again, when black people are telling you the intentionality behind racism, the subtleties behind racism, and just how we experience racism, the BAFTAs intentionally left this in. They said, oh, okay, it doesn't matter, they're black. They can be called a racial slur. Let that have been something anti-Semitic, homophobic, anti-trans, like that's calling a spade. It would have been taken out. So you have to ask yourself, why do you feel the need to course correct and live with this righteous indignation to police how black people are experiencing racism when you've never experienced it yourself? You are buying into this rhetoric and white supremacy that has been bestowed upon you that we don't matter. BAFTA gave a half-ass apology. John still hasn't apologized. This man called 4 black people a nigger 3 times that night. No other person was called racial slurs. Were there other ticks that got called out with curses? Yeah. Racial slurs? No. Happy Black History. John D.
So y'all mean to tell me, and I want to talk about this. So y'all mean to tell me that having Tourette syndrome, one of your tics is yelling out racial slurs at black people that you see on stage? Yelling racial slurs at black women? 2 black women? I have another question. Black people have Tourette syndrome too. When have y'all ever heard a black person yell out cracker ass cracker to a white person? When have you ever heard somebody say something anti-Semitic towards a Jewish person? When have y'all ever heard that because of a tick? Tourette syndrome does not make you racist at all. And see, I can go back in biology and look at the way a child grows up. Your mind is a sponge. You record things that you either hear constantly or you're taught to respond to. So him saying that, John Davidson saying that shit, tells me two things. Number one, he has a credible disorder. And number two, he's a fucking racist. Both things can be true at the same time. Both things are existent at the same fucking time. Notice that he did not yell out a racial slur towards nobody else. It just had to be Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. It had to be those two. It had to be those two. And every time some shit like that happens, don't worry, I'm going to show y'all some more evidence. I'm going to show y'all more because there needs to be more evidence shown. Because people love making excuses for fucking racists. They love making excuses for them. Oh man, he didn't mean it, man. He was just talking, man. Come on, man. He has a disease, man. Come on, dog, man. He has a disease, Will, man. I don't know. See, you need to have some compassion, Will. You need to do this, Will. You need to have some compassion, Will. See, man, Will, you gotta have compassion, bro, man. You going too far, man. You doing this, man. You saying too much. Yeah, sure I am. Sure I am. Sure. Sure, I am. Then you get on Google and then you see more on niggers with Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo posted in the picture on Google. See more niggers. I just want that to marinate in y'all spirit for a second. Because I don't know what else. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell you. Don't worry, it's more. Trust me, I got more, dog. Y'all just be amazed every time I just take 2 seconds to research shit. Y'all just be amazed. I found out who the officer was who shot Daquan Johnson 3 times in the back of the fucking head, though. There you go. Right there. Right there. His name is Christopher Scher. Four years ago, there was a guy by the name of Patrick Lyoya. Okay. On April 4th, 2022, a 26-year-old man was shot in the back of the head by a Grand Rapids police officer, Christopher Scher, after he struggled over Scher's taser during a traffic stop. 9 days later, the department released video from the shooting, including body and dash cam footage as well, from a Ring doorbell camera and a bystander.
So the officer who murdered executed DeQuayne Johnson, his name has finally been released. His name is Christopher Scher. And just when you think the situation can't get any worse, because let's be clear, it's very hard to get worse than being executed and further attacked by a dog at the hands of the police department for absolutely no reason. But the officer, Christopher Scher, who murdered DeQuayne Johnson, also has murdered other black men. In fact, he was tried for killing another black man in May of 2025 for a shooting that happened the same way, execution style, in the head in 2022. There was a mistrial in his trial of May of 2025, and the Kent's DA's office refused to retry the case. They let that man not so the officer who walked free but took him back into the police force just for him to execute another black man not even a year after a mistrial in his first murder case for killing a black man, execution style, in a routine traffic stop. So that just confirms what we already knew, that the intent was always to kill us for absolutely no reason. It's no coincidence that you execute a black man during a normal traffic stop, are charged with second-degree murder, go on trial, have a mistrial, and then less than a year later, quite literally less than a year later, execute another black man the same way during a quote-unquote routine traffic stop. That's not protocol, or you would not have had the first second-degree charge. If you cannot follow protocol, or you feel that threatened or that unsafe as a police officer, then perhaps you should not have went back to the force. Free, but took him back into the police force just for him to execute another black man not even a year after a mistrial in his first murder case for killing a teen traffic stop. That's not protocol, or you would not have had the first second-degree charge. If you cannot follow protocol, or you feel that threatened or that unsafe as a police officer, then perhaps you should not have went back to the force after your...
That sounds familiar, don't it? That sounds familiar, don't it? Sounds like the police officer in the Tamir Rice case. You know, the same little 12-year-old baby that was playing with a toy gun in the park. Somebody called the police. Police rolled up out there, and the police officer that got on scene took 2.7 seconds to shoot and kill Tamir Rice, and he walked away scot-free. But no, black people are victims, dog. I'm just being a victim.
The first execution.
I'm just being a victim, dude. I'm just being a victim. I'm just being a victim. Don't worry. I'll show you. I'll show you more. I'll show y'all more, because I think it needs to go in y'all head just how deranged some white people are. And white people, this is your problem to fix, not mine. But look,
if you're a nurse or a nursing student or a psychology student or a psychologist, I need you to come to the front of the classroom, because here is a textbook example of racism. So the words that these two ladies have decided to put onto their alcohol jugs are absolutely abhorrent.
I'm gonna let that sit right there. See? See?
We are looking at a massive red flag for patient safety at the University of Nevada, Reno. Jasmine Doan, a pre-nursing student, and Michaela Romano, a psychology student, were caught on video using drink containers to spell out what you see here. But after the racial slur, they decided to double down. Look at what they decided to say afterwards.
Happy Black History Month.
This wasn't a mistake or kids being kids. This was a conscious choice to use a slur and then mock at the history of the very people that they're training to.
While looking like two whores. By the way.
As a nurse, I'm telling you, cruelty is clinical liability. Jasmine Doan is trained to have her life in your hands. If she finds racism funny, now how could we ever trust her to advocate for a Black mother who's laboring in an ER? We can't. This is why the medical system is broken and many racialized people just don't trust it. And I don't blame them. At what point do nursing schools get real and really start asking deep questions about the type of students that they're entering? We have to ensure that the people that we are letting in who are dealing with vulnerable people aren't racist. And if that means that we have to do more type of testing to ensure that they aren't, then maybe we should. It follows people to the bedside and turns into documented harm. In Canada, we saw things like Joyce Echequan, an Indigenous woman who died in hospital, who was mocked by staff behind her back with racial slurs. In the US, we continue to see Black mothers like Mercedes Wells, where we see the pain gap as well as the Black maternal morbidity gap. And this is the exact dehumanization that we see in this video. Racism and bias isn't something that you just turn off when you clock in. It's a lens that leads to higher Black maternal morbidity rates, systemic neglect, decreases in pain medication, and poor patient outcomes. So here's my call to action. To the UNR School of Nursing and the UNR College of Science, academic excellence or being on the dean's list does not excuse a lack of moral character.
What's up, bro?
Nursing is a privilege and not a right. We are mandatory reporters of harm, and this includes reporting when our own profession is being compromised by hate. We need to ensure that people who harbor this level of malice never get a chance to stand at the bedside. And to my fellow nurses, we cannot nor should we be silenced. Silence is a choice to let our profession degrade and to degrade the very patients that we set out to serve. Do better, and I can't wait to hear UNR's response. If you're a nurse,
let me see if I got the other video. Let me see if I got the other video. I wonder if I got the other video. I don't think I do. Listen to this.
You know, why can't we eat babies? What's wrong with eating babies? If we've got extra babies around that nobody wants, why can't we eat them, right? You know, why can't we?
Oh, we need more context, Will. We need more context. WJ Lucky again in that super chat with that 5-piece. Salute to you, Brody. He said Jordan Neely was killed for yelling non-racist words. That is a fact. And matter of fact, they brought his killer, a white man, to the White House. Took him to a football game. Celebrate him as a national hero. But no, you being black and having a disability. Oh no. That don't exist. That does not exist. That right there, my friends. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't be black and have a disability in America. You can't do that. Oh no, that's not allowed, homie. You can't have black people with disabilities in America and you feel sorry for them. Or you excuse. Look what they did to Kanye West. Look what they did to Kanye West. Look what they did to him. Used that token and spent him, didn't they? But you need more context, Will. Okay, I'll let y'all see the clip now. So.
About your beliefs, right? So,
why can't we eat babies? What's wrong with eating babies? If we've got extra babies around that nobody wants, why can't we eat them, right?
I'm really worried about that line of thinking. I think that's wrong, and I think it's a little dangerous. It sounds almost
you're not imagining. You're just not imagining those circumstances.
No. So let me clarify, because this is important, right? So it has such terrible consequences, both in terms of what we are doing to our captors and what we are doing to our own morality, and the message we're sending to the rest of the world about whether we're good guys or bad guys, that I wouldn't do it. I might not do it even if I thought that it was absolutely going to work. And I don't think it is. It's very unlikely. Right? Is that once you start, it's not. That's why you've got to avoid those beginnings to avoid those endings. They never started little and remained little. It always starts a little bit, and then they're drawing and quartering people.
You're ignoring half of my argument, which is, I'm arguing in most cases it's not psychopathology.
Sam, that seems like an incredible excuse for it.
No. Sam Harris can't figure out why we can't eat babies, right? It makes me look like an asshole.
So we agree there. Okay. Now, the slight caveat to that, or a very important caveat to that, is that, hey, isn't this a better way of life? I got 72 girls in Vegas that are better, right? So
you seem to think I'm much more hawkish than I am. You and I might check the same boxes. And the moment
you see how they just talk about this shit like it was so casual about eating fucking babies. You see how it's so casual, like, I ain't no red flags here. It's just normal conversation. We're just having dialogue. Right? And of course you're gonna have people fucking trying to justify the shit that he just said. His name is Sam Harris, by the way. Sam Harris said, why can't you eat babies, multiple times? And Chink did nothing, and I mean nothing. He basically upheld him in his bullshit ass beliefs that why shouldn't you eat babies? The Epstein class did, and probably still do. So I don't know how much more evidence I need to show y'all. I really don't know how much evidence more I need to show y'all people. I really don't know. I really don't know. Hey, Trill, Will, why are you bringing up Sam Harris, Will? Why? Because he's in the fucking Epstein files. He's in the fucking Epstein files. That's why. That's why I brought him up. I just want that to just sizzle in your spirit for a second. I just like to let shit play for a minute so y'all can actually feel exactly where the fuck I'm coming from. And why would I show you a video of a fucking chomo talking about and trying to make an excuse as why is it okay for you to eat fucking babies? Yeah. But it's the black people though. It's the blacks. It's the blacks. It's us. It's blacks. It's the black people. It's black. It's definitely the black people, yo. Definitely us. It's definitely black folks. Wild work, ain't it? Disgusting work, ain't it? Something to make y'all smile, though.
We love our country. It is our country. And we cannot let a collection of individuals that at the moment hold positions of power determine who we are as the American people. We love our country. It is our country. And we cannot let a collection of individuals that at the moment hold positions of power determine who we are as the American people. We love our country. It is our country. And we cannot let a collection of individuals that at the moment hold positions of power determine who we are as the American people. We love our country. It is our.
See? Y'all need more examples? Don't worry, I'll show you more. I always got more. Trill Will always has more. Trill Will always has more. Trill Will always has more. One thing I have is a lot of evidence. A lot of it. So, listen.
And yells a slur as a black student takes a free throw at a high school basketball game. Take a listen.
See if the referee talking to him got in his head. Lefty shoots, and he bricks.
This was Goodrich versus Kearsley in Michigan. I think I'm saying that in high school right, but it happened a couple of days ago in Michigan, and the person who yelled the slur has been identified as a Goodrich student. Now, kudos to officials that were there, school officials from both sides. They immediately paused the game. They cleared the student section because the person who yelled it would not come forward. So they cleared the student section and was able to identify the student who yelled this during the game. Now, school officials say that that person, that student has been disciplined, but they do not elaborate on the extent of that punishment. A fan yells a slur as a black student.
See that? They're comfortable now. They're comfortable. Very comfortable. Hey, Teresa. They're very comfortable now. We can just yell out racial slurs at black students minding their black ass business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ta ta ta.
If you go into
ta ta da da ta, I want y'all to listen to this bigoted piece of shit who thinks he's a pastor. Aunt Banks, what's up, family? I want y'all to listen to this bigoted piece of shit here.
To a crowd of white strangers, there's some danger. Black strangers, there is 30 times more danger. Them's the facts.
I'm afraid of them.
Of who?
Of them, the blacks. I'm afraid to go out at night.
What harm could they do? What's wrong with them?
They're black. That's what's wrong with them. And the way I feel, black and white don't mix, and it's never gonna mix.
This was in 1975.
The Spencers moved in on New Year's Eve Day a year ago. While the Spencers and their son slept, a pipe bomb exploded on the porch and smashed through the windows of the house. Attached to the bomb was a note that read, "Nigger be warned. We have time. We will get your firstborn first." It was signed, Viva Boston, KKK. The two men indicted for the bombing were acquitted by an all-white jury.
We decided to help the Spencer family, to help any family that wants to move into a neighborhood and something goes wrong. Somebody comes, tells them to go back to Africa or some other slur. We are outraged by this. What do we want?
The right thing will be true.
When do we want it?
Now.
They shouldn't be here.
People know that white and black people are never going to get along, so they should just stay apart, you know? Common sense. They just shouldn't try and get together because they just don't like each other, and they never will. It's the truth.
What do you think of?
Look at this fucking dork right here. You know he's still alive, right? So are these fucking migrants behind them too.
Black people.
I don't like this.
Why?
I really don't. Because I just think that they're always looking out to make trouble. If the mom's out, you're only going to find them all over the streets and everywhere. That's right. They're going to be starting up with everybody. Because if one starts to live in Moselle, the whole pack's coming.
Police cordoned off both ends of the block to try to keep the angry whites away.
But it's the black people that are the violent ones, right? That's what that fucking bigot said, right? I'm afraid of them because they're black. I'm afraid of them. But who was the one that let off a fucking pipe bomb in front of the house? Was it a black person? No, of course it wasn't. It was one of you fucking troglodytes.
Why the hell does he have police protection?
These people are still alive.
That's bullshit. That's ridiculous.
Does he have a right to live here?
No. Why not? Because he's black.
Biggio is one of two men charged with bombing the Spencer
He was one of the ones that bombed the fucking house.
home. They were acquitted.
That's all we got to say. They had right on, we got white on.
Now we say we are white, and we are proud of being white.
We're sick of paying for these people. Boys, W-O-R-K.
Sweat. But
Not A-I-D. Boy, I've had it. I came from a busted neighborhood. They don't live like human beings. They live like animals, and that's what they are, animals. I'm not going to run anymore. This is it. My anchor is down here.
They're afraid of losing everything that they've worked for.
Because a black family moves in, that they should be afraid of losing everything they worked for? How would they lose it?
They say to you, there's going to be crime here.
We've got crime by the firebombing and the pipe bombing that was projected by the whites on a black family. So there's crime right here. There's crime in all neighborhoods, so we're not going to bring any more crime.
If you go into a crowd of whites,
Now it's time for me to nuke bomb these stupid ass fucking troglodytes. These sun dodging pieces of shit. Led by Joe Wilbon. This fucking bigoted piece of dog shit right here. Oh, the blacks, they're so violent. They're 30 times more violent. The only ones that were being violent in that video were the white people. Were no black people being violent whatsoever. None. None. None at all. It was you. It's always been you though. But projection is your art. You perfected projection. Oh, it's always them. It's those blacks over there. It's those blacks minding their black ass business. It's those blacks trying to have a better way of life. It's them. That's their fault. I've been in, there's no such thing as white privilege. There's no such thing as white privilege, Will. There's not. There's no such thing as white privilege. You're lying. You're just trying to say that because it's a black and skills because y'all are lazy and you get welfare. You get welfare, Will. You get welfare. You know you do. You get welfare, bro. You get welfare. Because that's what y'all love to lie and tell yourselves. You love to lie. Lying is a sport for you. Lying has always been a sport for you. We tried segregation, Black Wall Street, Ocoee, Florida, Opelousas, Louisiana, Wilmington, North Carolina, and a host of other places. Matter of fact, let me just pull them up. Because y'all know I like to deal with receipts. We tried being segregated. We tried being by ourselves. You see, every time that we were by ourselves, what happened? White people happened. White people always happen. They are the purveyors of violence. They were killing each other before they came here. They massacred whole groups of Native Americans. They massacred slaves. They raped, tortured, abused, lynched, everything under the sun. But somehow, some way, out of all this, the only demographic of people who got away with these atrocities that's on this screen right now are white people. They are the only ones that's ever got away with it. They had the law system. They had the judges, the police officers. They had everybody on their side. And even now, in 2026, you're seeing the same thing happen. The same exact thing. The crime I showed in question with Joe Welbon sat there lying through his fucking mouth happened in 1975. I was born in 1978. My next to the oldest brother was born in 1975. My oldest brother was born in 1973. 1973, my oldest brother was born. He was 3 years old when this happened. Oh, the black people are violent, Will. Y'all are violent. Y'all were you blacks were violent, Will. You blacks, y'all black, y'all have no self-control. Y'all are violent. Crime followed you black people. Okay. Let's take a look through history then. Let's see who was the violent ones then. Slavery wasn't that deep. They used to eat us. White people used to eat us. They used to kill our children and feed them to alligators. They used to take our skin and turn it into leather, like purses and wallets and shit. They used to tie our limbs to horses and rip us apart. They used to hang us as public entertainment, like the WWE, and football games and basketball games. They took photos smiling beside our dead bodies and turned them into postcards. They burned black towns to the ground when we became too successful. They used to experiment on our bodies without anesthesia. That's how you learn about gynecology. Shout out to Henrietta Lacks. They let diseases spread through our communities on purpose. They denied us education, housing, safety, and dignity, then blamed us for the outcome. They separated families by force. They renamed us to erase lineage. They criminalized our existence once slavery so-called ended. Slavery wasn't that deep. It was that violent, that calculated, that intentional, and the effects didn't disappear. They were inherited. You don't heal from history by minimizing it. You heal by telling the truth, even when it makes people uncomfortable. And that's why I have uncomfortable conversations here on this channel. I have very uncomfortable conversations. I think I get a joy out of reliving all of the torture and the harm you caused to my ancestors and my people. Do y'all think I get some fucking joy out of that shit? Or having to read stories about how they fucking butchered black bodies and how they raped black men and how they raped little girls and how they raped little women, how they raped women, how they put pregnant women, made them dig a hole to put their bellies in so they can lash them, then threw pickle juice and salt and fucking peppers into the cuts, into the wounds, to torture them even more, to throw them into anaphylactic shock. You think I want to read a story about how you chopped up our bodies after you shot, set us on fire from the feet up? You think I find joy in that bullshit? Why you motherfuckers got the luxury and the fucking privilege to deny history and pretend like the shit ain't important? Oh, it was so long ago. Well, you're not a slave. I still suffer from the trauma of slavery, bitch ass nigga. Why do you think black people are afraid of dogs? Why do you think black people are afraid of water? We're born with an inherent fear of it. And you motherfuckers get on the internet trying to tell black people, oh, y'all doing too much. You're too worried. You're too worried, Will. You're too worried about you're too worried, man. Come on, bro. Y'all focus too much on race, Will. You focus way too much on race, Will. Man, fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Because as long as I can open a book and I can see where white people who was on camera back in the 70s and the 60s, pretending like they were the damsels in distress while setting off pipe bombs and fire bombs in black houses because they were jealous and wondering how those black niggers got into those neighborhoods. Meanwhile, they got loans from the government. They got jobs from the fucking government. They got handouts from the fucking government to help them get success. They inherited millions of dollars from their slave owning ancestors, and that still are profiting from it to this day. Because still, you're going to tell me slavery was that long ago, but JP Morgan Chase is still in business? Wells Fargo is still in business? New York Life is still in fucking business? They profited from slavery. The first insurance claims were on black bodies, you motherfuckers. And then y'all got the nerve to get your goofy asses on the internet to tell black people, oh man, it's so long ago, Will. Y'all don't deserve reparations. Why should we give you guys money? You've never been a slave. You think reparations is just for fucking slavery, you dumbass nigga? You think reparations for slavery is just that's it, that's all. Y'all didn't stop at fucking slavery. Y'all went to black codes. You know, walking beside train tracks is illegal. So you back to the fucking field you go, nigga. Riding on the train without a ticket ain't legal. Even though y'all didn't have a ticketing system back then and trains were free. Back to the plantation you go, nigga. You walking around with a stick, that is a weapon. Back to the plantation you go, nigga. Oh, you stole a piece of bubble gum. You gotta spend 7 years on that plantation, nigga. Then after black codes didn't work, after that got phased out because they seen y'all were just finding another excuse to get free labor off black people, that the same black people y'all declare as lazy now, right? Because it's funny that we only become lazy when we stop working for free. So then you turn around and bring Jim Crow laws. Where we can't drink out of water fountains or eat in diners or go to church or go get educated. None of that. We can't have home loans. We get redlining out of fucking existence. Then when the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is signed, you go to a new one. We gotta find a new one to hold these niggers down before they think they're human like us. Then you came back with the war on crime, the war on drugs. Yeah, your favorite, the war on fucking drugs, where y'all charge black people at exorbitant amounts more than they did white people for the same fucking crimes. Just like y'all seen, the people who pipe bombed that family, the Spencer family that was just minding their black ass business, got exonerated by who? Another white only fucking jury. Ain't that a fucking surprise? Color me shocked. I am so shocked. I didn't see that one coming. That one right there shocked me. I was really shocked. And I was appalled at what I had just read. I could not believe that these white people got away with setting a house on fire and letting off a pipe bomb on their porch when they were minding their business. I am shocked. I am shocked. I am shocked beyond belief, homie. I am shocked. Look at me. Look at how shocked I am, man. I am shocked beyond belief, homie. I'm so shocked. I didn't realize how shocked I was. I'm getting off my own voltage right now. I'm so shocked. You're the same ones who literally come in here talking about black people making up shit about white privilege. When that's white privilege in your face, right there, in real time, just like it's white privilege for a white man to pull out his firearm and claim that he feels unsafe because he's seen a gun on a man in an open carry state and shoots him in the face 3 times, just like he shot somebody else in 2025. Look at how shocked I am, y'all. Y'all see how shocked I am? You see the look of shock on my fucking face? See my jaw hit the floor yet? Well, don't wait on it. It's not gonna happen. Because this is American history. Slavery ain't black history. And I know we closing in on the end of Black History Month, but slavery ain't black history at all. That's white history. How black people beat y'all ass despite fucking slavery and racism is black history. Why y'all motherfuckers lose sleep every night when you see black prosperity and black happiness and black joy, because black joy is revolutionary. Our smiles are revolutionary. Our sheer joy and passion for what we do makes y'all lose sleep at night, because you can't fathom how these people can still maintain a level of peace despite all of the hell you motherfuckers keep bringing to our doorstep. Despite claiming, oh, we don't want you in our neighborhoods. Fine, we go to our own neighborhoods. And what do? You follow your stinking white asses right on over there to where black people are. And you take your dumb ass right on over there to set fire or lie about some black man or sexually assaulting a white woman when it ain't true with no proof. Then that gives y'all the green light to go in there and murder every black soul you see, just like y'all did in Black Wall Street, just like y'all did in Tulsa, just like y'all did in fucking Rosewood, just like y'all did in Ocoee, Florida, just like y'all did everywhere else on this fucking map right here. Just like y'all did in Atlanta in 1906, in Elaine, Arkansas in 1919, in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921, Vicksburg, Mississippi, 1874, the Slocum massacres in 1910, Colfax in 1873, Opelousas over voting, 1868, Thibodeau, 1887. New Orleans in 1866, St. Bernard Parish, 1868, Rosewood, Florida, 1923, Ocoee, Florida, 1920, Camilla, Georgia, 1868, Eufaula, Alabama, I done been there twice, 1874, Charleston, South Carolina, 2015, when they murdered 9 parishioners in the church that prayed for this soulless fucking degenerate. Wilmington, North Carolina, 1898. Memphis, Tennessee, 1866. And you can Google every single one of these dates, and you can see that during 1919, 1921, 1919 again, all that was during the Red Summer. But it was us. It was the blacks, though. It was us that were the violent ones, right? It was black people that were violent. It's us that's the danger to society, like y'all claim, right? But why is every documented lynching and massacre on United States soil happening at the hands of white people then? Explain that one there, Chief. Explain that one. I want y'all to explain that one to me. Anyways, I gotta go to rehearsal in a minute. I'm fixing to play with my new toy. Hey, Detroit, I got a new toy, buddy. I got a new toy. This part of the video is brought to you by Taurus for that fuck around and find out moment. If you want to fuck around and find out, please fuck around and find out then. Brought to you by the Bull. It's my 38 special. I got a new mystery mouse tool. She's beautiful too. I wish I could show it on here, but you know how YouTube is. As soon as I show her on here, they are going to talk that. Oh man, see, you can't do that, buddy. You can't show that. You can't show that on your live stream, buddy. You can't show that on your live stream, Will. You can't show that on your live stream, bud. Can't do that. Yeah, I gotta go buy me some. I gotta go buy some ammunition for it now. So that's what I'm about to go do. So, anyways, I'm finna play with my new toy. I know what I'm going to the range with on next Tuesday. I'm going to the range with her. Gonna break her on in there, bud. That 38 special is something nasty. But anyways, I know the suffragettes not going live today because Diane is sick. Diane, if you're listening to me, I hope you get better. Love you. Love the work that y'all doing. Got to keep fighting, y'all. And we got to keep having hard conversations. It's got to keep happening. But anyways, shout out to the mighty LDBC. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody in the super chat. Everybody who done poured into this live stream. I thank you. And y'all have yourselves a fantabulous and wonderful day. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
I have to get off this thing to go on my. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna let Champ listen to some music. I'll holler at y'all in the meantime. Peace, love, and blessings. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Bomb Squad!